Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please rise for the presentation of colors by the Marion Harding JROTC. Please remain standing for the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we'd like to recognize the varsity cheerleaders from each squad. First, to the visitors from Pleasant, Tori Calvin, Miranda Moore, Haley Robinson, Grace Gilmore, Madison Payne, McKinley Webb, Taya Cope, and Julianne Rigger. Now for your Brexy cheerleaders, Destiny Floyd, Caden Hall, Ebony Harding, Tamara Harris, Addison Kyle, Emma McKinney, Jasmine Nelson, Camille Parker, and Emma Schaefer. And now your starters. First for Pleasant, a 6'1" junior, number 1, Owen Lowry. Now for Marion head coach J.D. Pearson, a 6'5" sophomore, number 35, Boston Pearson. For the Spartans, a 5'9" senior, number 3, Wyatt Smith. For Harding, a 5'10" junior, number 1, Logan Pratt. The PHS, a 5'11" senior, number 4, Carson King. For the Presidents, a 6'7" senior, number 12, Trey Cody. Pleasant, a 5'11" senior, number 10, Nick Blueball. For the red and black, a 6'2" senior, number 24, Brian Under the first, a 5'10" senior, number 13, J.P. Kiley. And for your Brexy, a 6'2" senior, number 0,
And ladies and gentlemen, we are back here at Marion Harding High School to catch a enthralling boys basketball matchup in Marion County, the rivalry between the Pleasant Spartans and the Marion Harding Presidents. I am Scott Cameron, to my right.
How are you, Jeff Root?
Yeah, I've got a legend over here to my right.
I walked in about 5 minutes ago, and I thought for sure you'd have some help tonight.
Well, the person that was supposed to be here had a child obligation, so they couldn't make it.
All
So,
right.
Jeff, thanks for joining us. And so, again, the tip goes to Marquise Long, who's fresh off of a college signing for football. And kind of got a packed house here, Jeff.
Where's Marquise going?
You asked me too fast. Thomas More University.
Okay, down in Highland Heights, Kentucky.
Correct. So good for him. Gets an opportunity to extend his education and his athletic career beyond high school. So good for him, as early on Boston Pearson would drop in 2 points for the Presidents as the ball makes the rounds going around to basically the perimeter. Is long shot put up by that's not McKinney. No, that's
Wiley Smith.
Wiley Smith.
Wiley probably shoots as many threes as anybody in the league.
He does. I was at the Pleasant Harding game at Pleasant. He has a shooter's mentality. He's not afraid to shoot the ball. He's one of those guys where he hasn't seen a shot he doesn't like, right?
That's right.
So Boston Pearson on the block had both people on his left hip, just could not finish kissing off the glass there as the Spartans will push the ball.
Spartans certainly hindered by the fact that their leading scorer, Trey Booker, suffered that really kind of gruesome leg injury a few weeks ago. Played in that first game against Harding, but of course is done for the season. And
really kind of kept Pleasant in that first game, that first matchup that they had together. And a little bit of a, you don't want to say getting into their head, but JT Snively just throwing the ball away right in front of the the biggest student section I've seen here at Harding since the Dyer twins. Since the Dyer twins. So Harding, Marion C Schools did a great job getting kids in here. Thrapp gets the rebound, puts it in for two.
Harding getting that ball in that low post, and right now Pleasant just hasn't been able to defend it.
Yeah, and Boston he's a Tim Duncan of the league. He's just very fundamental. He won't do anything that makes you just drop your jaw, but super fundamental and does a great job down there in the post. And you're right, Pleasant kind of having a Dickens of a time dealing with him. Shot laying up there by Smith off the mark. Yeah, Pleasant coming in here 11-8 overall, 6-6 in the conference. And tied for fourth. Rebound Dyer. Long throw to Marquise. Good save.
Excellent hustle.
Round skip pass. That finds Katie.
That is a great 3 points right there after it looked like Harding had turned it over.
Absolutely. So that hustle play by Marquise ends up skip passing over to Katie. You get a 3-pointer. You're right. That's and honestly, this is a little bit like how Harding started the game at Pleasant. They just, boom, came out and put up a big lead, and Pleasant kind of stayed in the game and tried to fight, but 30-second timeout here. So again, Harding coming in here 14-5, 9-3, and the conference are tied second place with River Valley, and by war of attrition, they beat each other once. Pleasant tied with Gallion, fourth place, who Harding plays next Friday here at home.
Yep. They got a big one on the road Tuesday night at Delaware Hayes, one of the top teams in the state.
Yes, that will be. We can we call that a measuring stick game, Jeff?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, and that's going to see. Okay, you want to play in these tournaments, and so 2-1-2 press. Pleasant breaks out of that.
Of course, the boys' tournament draw coming up this Sunday.
Correct.
And you would think Harding would get a home game to start the tournament, but we'll have to wait and see.
Right, and I thought it was last Sunday, and I went and looked today. I'm like, oh, stupid me. I knew that because the girls had theirs.
The girls are always a week ahead of time.
Right.
Yeah.
So, mea culpa.
First foul of the ball game on either ball club.
Touch foul. And another thing I noticed when I came in here, Jeff, we have some of the better officiating people that come to Marion County and do games. They're here tonight.
Went to the Shelby Pleasant girls game last night over at Pleasant, And Mike Snyder is one of our officials here tonight, officiated that game last night.
Making bank, Jeff, making bank.
I'm sure the Pleasant boys hoping that they show up tonight because the Pleasant girls last night didn't.
I heard they just kind of ran out of gas, and Ramsey had her way.
Yeah.
Shot put up there by Carson King, and Carson King used to be a Marion City kid moving out to Pleasant and finding success there. Ball goes around, pushed out by Snively in an effort. Good hustle. And that's the thing, in these rivalry games, Jeff, you know how it is. Kids give, you hate hearing that idiom of 110% stuff, but kids give more than 110% in these games. They know it's important.
Ben Snively, of course, head coach at Pleasant. He's the longest tenured coach in the MOAC. And of course, his son, I remember when JT was a ball boy, he was like 4 years old.
Yes, yeah.
And now he's a senior.
Happens quick, Jeff.
It does.
Man, driven in, Dyer turns around, put his shoulder right in the chest of the defender.
Pleasant just too physical down low right now for Pleasant. Harding just kind of having their way.
Yeah, in Harding, the team that has really dominated Harding down low so far this year that I've seen is consistent with Shelby.
Yeah.
But Shelby does that with everyone. They're so long. So, Harding has the ability to cause those problems. Off the front of the iron with Snively. On the run.
Nice job defensively by Lathan McCants.
Yeah, following the ball, and Dyer just couldn't finish. But
really nice play by Lathan for Pleasant.
And a frustration foul there for Harding, and that's going to be their second foul of this quarter. 3:31 left in the quarter. Harding up 9-2, still having their way on the scoreboard. And Harding looks to set up in this 2-1-2 full court. They break out of it. Off the front of the iron is blue ball. Picked up by McCants. And they'll set up an offense again. King, whoa, just kidding. Long three.
Yep, it's one of those.
No, good.
Cardinal sin is fouling on the three-point shot.
Yes. And it looked like they were going to set up a play. And King just thought, nope, I'm going to shoot this. First one in and out. Pleasant shooting 78% from the free throw line this year. Makes a second.
Anytime you can shoot 78%, I don't care at what level. That's pretty good shooting.
It is. And, like you said, especially high school. Makes two of the three. Makes it a 9-4 game. Ball entered down to the post, like we were saying. Back to the basket. Round to Iden. Nice little bounce pass into the paint. Draws the charge. Yeah, that was a good call.
Nice job of selling it by Carson King.
He did sell it.
Yeah.
But Trey also leaned back.
That's what you're supposed to do, yeah.
Yeah. And Trey was doing a post-up lean back with his shoulder blades, and he timed it well. But that's a big foul for the Presidents. That's Katie's second, and that's some of that length, and he has the ability to put stuff back in off of missed shots and the offensive rebounding. So that's a big loss for the Presidents. See how that pans out this fourth quarter and the rest of the half.
4 fouls on Harding, none on Pleasant yet.
Ball in motion. King gets the ball, faces up. Three. Wow.
Nothing but net there.
That was a gutsy play, and I tell you what, King kind of keeping him in the game as Pearson throws on a quick 2 to go back to a 4-point lead. Pleasant calling out a play, and we're just having a man-to-man full court defense.
Yeah, Pleasant just doesn't have anybody strong enough to box up with Boston right now.
Correct, and that's the thing. He's just fundamentally sound. He does the right things. Ball ripped away by Marquise Long. Giving up to Thrapp. Thrapp looks around. Probably going to be looking right there again. Yeah, that's a...
Owen Lowry kind of pulling the jersey a little bit.
Lowry, though, that's one of those plays where I'd much rather just let him play because Boston was in a pretty good position offensively with his feet to turn around to his left or turn around to his right and put that in. So, but now we have to work extra for the bucket. And really, it's a good foul if you're Pleasant in that regard. Again, can't speak to the packed crowdness, and band was here, and great presentation of colors. Good environment for high school basketball in Central Ohio. Going to be setting this up. Didn't find anything down low. Thrapp takes at the charity stripe. Ooh, got away with a little one maybe. Pearson can't finish. Jeff, you know what my middle and high school basketball coach would be yelling right now? Bank the ball.
Nope.
Except he'd probably add in a little more colorful language.
Oh,
Three-pointer off the mark by
They've
Blue
had
Ball.
about 3 3-pointers that have been wide open that they haven't been able to hit on.
Dyer pulls up mid-range, off the mark. We'll call that a pass. Good effort by Pearson. All for naught. Pleasant retains possession. 1 minute left in the quarter. Got a couple subs coming in here. Next dead ball. McCants dribbles around. Finds Snively. Back to King. Back to McCants. Looking also in the post. Sets it up. Clears out the space. McCants goes in. Nothing having. Stokes with the rebound. Looking up. Instead gives off to a point guard. And now the motion offense. Probably waiting till the last shot, right, Jeff?
Yeah, 30 seconds to go or so. Yeah, probably not a bad idea.
But, Harding's been in this position before, and they'll surprise you. They'll go in with like 10 seconds and throw up a shot, and it's like, whoa. Ooh, a little handsy game. Refs letting it go. Taking care of the ball. Setting up motion. Coach Pearson telling them to start moving around. Running the play. High ball screen. Hedges off. Thrapp can't bring it in. Ball rolls around on the floor. McCants gets it.
Yep, nice play by McCants to knock the ball loose, and then he came up with the loose basketball.
Right, so they were setting that up and played right into the hands of the Pleasant defense. 11-7 after one quarter. Folks, we'll be right back for second quarter action.
Global logistics is the process of managing the flow of resources or goods between businesses and the consumers. In addition, global logistics analyzes the acquisition of goods, how the goods are stored, and the methods of transporting the goods within a supply chain. At Harding High School, we are proud to offer a 2-year class in the study of global logistics. In this class, students will receive an English credit for taking Logistics 1. They will also participate in multiple field trips, making connections through real-world projects with local businesses. These students will obtain Career Pathway Logistics certification, earning 12 credits for graduation. Students may also earn Lean Six Sigma certification, giving them a credential.
I didn't know that.
That's just downtown LA.
Oh, okay.
And we are back here at Marion Harding High School again. Kind of an interesting quarter, Jeff. Nothing really stuck out that was really good, really bad. I mean, you don't want to call it a mediocre quarter, but Harding had their way, retaining a 4-point lead.
Yeah, Carson King, all 7 points for Pleasant, including a long 3-pointer.
Yeah, I think he's kind of the man keeping them alive, obviously, on the scoreboard. And they've had some misses, like you said, wide open misses, right? And Thrapp really pushing for Iden. Iden was not necessarily in the wrong spot, but Iden is not Boston. If Boston was making that run, that pass could probably happen.
3-on-2 now for Pleasant. Oh, nice feed inside. And
Ooh.
then miss another shot. Pleasant's got good looks. They're just not connecting. I got Pleasant just 2 of 9 so far.
Yeah, I think Trachtenberg kind of wanted a foul on that too, and no call. High ball screen, top of the key. Thrapp pulls up off the mark. Rebounded, therefore, by Trachtenberg. A little basketball karma going his way. Snively looks to set up in the coffin corner, pulls out of it. Pleasant running their offense. And again, nothing having necessarily down low. McCants can't find it. Thrapp knocks it out. It's going to stay here for Pleasant. Yeah, Pleasant really hasn't tried to do much in terms of a ball entry pass down low. It's that length of Boston kind of dominating that paint area for the Presidents right now, not only on the offensive but defensive end.
Boy, he's worked on his game since he was a freshman last year and really is bulked up.
Yes, and that's the thing. He's got definitely a bright future ahead of him in the arena of basketball. King around the horn to McCants. McCants goes to charity stripe. Ooh, nice little feed. Smith didn't have anything to do with it, though. So Snively takes it back out, charges to the right, changes to the left, gives off to McCants. Ball lost, and here comes Stokes. Looks up and decides, he gives to a point guard around the horn. Iden having trouble holding on to it. Iden, I almost kind of think Iden changing backwards. He just, I think he had in his brain he was going down on that baseline, and he probably should have just kept driving that. Change it up, change his court, go the other side. It's easy to say that when we're up here watching, right?
Yep.
Oh, picked off. And there's a foul.
McCants he's having a rough go of it here. I think it's at least his third turnover, maybe 4 turnovers here early in the ball game. Spartans just having a little trouble bringing the ball up.
Well, the defensive athleticism of Harding can be stifling for some teams, especially Marquise. He's second in steals in the conference, so he gets his numbers, but right there's the athleticism. Kind of caught a little pass through the block, but ooh, nice pass! What, man, Wiley Smith to King.
Yeah.
That was.
It's called threading the needle.
Ooh.
Carson with all 9 of the Pleasant points right now.
That's just a dirty pass. Oh, my.
Not what you call good balanced scoring, is it?
No, but if you got a hot hand,
Oh, yeah.
you can make some food. So they're going to keep feeding it, and he keeps serving it.
3 of 4 from the line. He's got all 10 of the Spartan points. This is as close as Pleasant's been since the beginning of the ball game.
Nice job by Marquise. He had blue ball right on his hip, no chance. Can't catch up with that athleticism. Marquise, first 2 points of the game. King goes in. Kind of a funny angle, hard to make that, and here comes King. Oh, boy. Oh, thought we were going to have a dunk there, Jeff.
Yeah, you do it the safe way.
Yep.
If it's a 20-point lead, you might.
Yeah.
But a game like this,
'Cause
you're not taking any chances.
If you miss it, there's not enough eggs on your face.
You're spending some time on the bench.
King pulls up for a 3. You could tell that was to the left as soon as he let go. Smith has the ball, shoves off the defender. Blue ball goes into the left block. Let's go the ball.
Some contact down low, letting them play.
It's one of those things where sometimes when you cry wolf, right? A couple times Pleasant's tried to sell a call. It's been their way a couple times, but do it too much. Refs know that, and got to be careful. Trapp bringing the ball down. Gives it to Pearson at the top of the key. Faces the basket. Decides to bring it back out. Whatever they had set up was not there. Katie in the game with 2 fouls. Kind of a risky move, but figure got to keep him hot, got to keep him moving. Around to Dyer, who put up a 3. Finds the bottom of the net.
He's one of those players, if he gets hot, gets a shot or two early, he can scorch you.
Yes, and yeah, he can be streaky, and when he's streaky hot, you're right. You just keep feeding him. A little bit like King. Snively fakes a pull-up. Shot by Blue Ball.
First player to score other than King tonight.
Yeah, 5'11" senior. Someone else finally getting a hanging number there in the book. Ooh, that would have been a tough play. Just a hard place to put English on the ball right there for Dyer, but rebounded by Boston, and Pearson was able to get a foul and get 2 shots.
Foul number 3, Wiley Smith. That's his first, team second.
Just the second foul on Pleasant. And again, Osborne using that length and that physicality down low to get the rebound.
First one off the mark.
Pleasant substitutions, number 5, Lathan McCants, and number 24, Brendan Ringer.
Brendan Ringer checks in for the first time, and McCann's back in there now for Pleasant.
Second shot being put up here. Pearson can't get that one in either. Trey Katie is a little bit like Dennis Rodman in some ways, you know what I mean? Or Charles Oakley. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of finds himself in the middle of some tussle. Snively off the mark. Like I said, right on cue. I think Pearson's trying to tell him, hey, give him some advice, distract him mentally, bring him back down.
Thought Blue Ball had tied him up, but they called Blue Ball with the foul that time.
18-13 Presidents, 5-point lead. Trapp, couple wagon wheel entries, nothing having it. Trying to look for Marquise, wasn't open, so he'll bring it back out, run their offense. Pulls up on the side shot, Katie, and hard shot to make, fading away for a lefty in that spot there. McCants gave the ball up to Snively, who's going to set up the offense. Running their own man down low, bringing it back out. Ball goes around the horn, finds Snively, dribbles in front of Katie, having nothing. Ringer gives the ball up to McCants, and almost got a takeaway. Nothing happened. Snively, 3 off the mark. Ball bounces out.
They are just ice cold from 3-point range tonight.
Oh, that was a great defensive block there. Oh! Dyer using some strength to finish and getting the old-fashioned 3-point opportunity.
Missed it, but Harding stayed with it aggressively on the boards, got the offensive rebound, and the nice feed and a chance for the 3-point play.
And honestly, Jeff, that's the thing. Trey Katie, when he's in the game, Marion does very well at having second opportunities or putbacks, tips. If it's not Trey, it's someone else. It's just uncanny. It's just something I've noticed throughout the season. Whenever Trey's in there, they dominate the offensive boards and the opportunities. Dyer finishes it.
Ties for the biggest lead of the game at 21-13.
And it doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like the biggest lead of the game, right? I mean, Pleasant's, you could kind of feel Pleasant needs to do something here, but Harding's kind of quietly gotten up that.
Oh, nice. Steal from behind.
Yeah, Yeah, great steal by Dyer, pick in the pocket.
Wasn't sure for a half second what to do. That's kind of a half lay, half stick back, but biggest lead now, 10 points at 23-13, and Pleasant in danger of having this one get away from them.
Yeah, Pleasant shooting 49% from the field. It's
nowhere near that tonight.
Nowhere near that tonight. They are ice cold. Well, right on cue there, Wiley Smith said, "Shut up." Look at that no-hitter in the 7th.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Thrapp's going to bring it out. Pearson calls the play. You don't think they'd be waiting a minute 30, but they are going to be patient. Iden gets a nice look. Soft shot off the mark, rebounded by Pearson, and who would have thought?
And again, Pleasant just doesn't have anybody to box out.
It's offensive rebounding. Harding can really dominate that and really take care of teams that way, and Pearson puts it up, 6th point of the game. Back to a 9-point lead. King goes in, pushes it back out. That shot doesn't go down for Smith that time. Rebound by Dyer. Dyer looks up, looking, not seeing numbers. He pulls up himself, and he's going to get 3 shots.
That's twice tonight we've seen the shooter fouled on a 3-point shot.
And that one was I think Wiley Smith was more looking. He was just reacting, and his hand got caught in a bad spot. I wasn't expecting Dyer to pull up a 3. And he felt like he had to challenge it and got a foul. So here's 3 opportunities. Can't finish it. So Harding shooting 65% from the free throw line. Still looking for their first make. 0 for 3 so far. Maybe I'll speak into existence that way, Jeff. I did. 1 for 4.
5'10" junior Jackson Kitts checks in for the first time for Pleasant tonight.
Yeah, I think Snively's looking for maybe giving some people a blow, but also just trying to find something that might work. Growing to 11-point lead, Jeff. Just under 1 minute. Harding setting up in a full court press. And by press, it's his own press, not man. They're double teaming. Oh, yep, good call. I thought that was off his knee, shin area as well. Good call by the referee, who by happenstance was a heck of an athlete himself back in the day, right, Jeff?
It was. And also officiated in some, he's done some state championship games.
That's what I mean. We got a good crew here tonight. McCants pulls up, maybe too early. Panic gives away. King to Snively. Snively pulls up mid-range. Can't finish it. Ball goes around. Back out to King. 3 way off the mark. Pearson rebounds. And you would think Harding, unless they can find something, they're going to hold on here. And 3 way off the mark.
That wasn't a good shot there.
No, and, here's the thing. Stokes takes threes in transition spots that are just not his shots. Stokes is a great rebounder. Stokes is an excellent post player. He gives a lot of effort. He's not a three-point shooter. And he's missed the last 4 or 5 three-pointers he shot this season. He just, you didn't see Patrick Ewing shooting threes, And Pleasant looks like they're going to try and wait here for last play. Setting it up. King, that should have been a travel, but doesn't matter, off the mark anyway.
I think they called a foul with no time remaining. Or maybe they just...
I think they're waving it off.
The whistle, yeah. Boy, Pleasant just very cold shooting in that first half.
And Harding's playing that tight defense, man, and it's hard to get through. So, you're not playing against a zoner, then you're going against some pretty good athletes, and so no doubt. So 27-16, we'll be back for second half action at Marion Harding High School.
Life skills including communications, economic forecasting, workflow optimization, general management, and financial planning skills that will make them invaluable to any career they pursue. If you're interested in global logistics, don't hesitate. Talk to your guidance counselor or stop in to see Mr. Ellis in room 245 for more information.
And we're back here at Marion Harding High School. And folks, if you were just watching that commercial, the OK Cafe commercial sponsoring us, John, is it true that that was you, actually you, on the bike that's doing that trick?
Yes.
How long did that take? How many times do you have to jump over that pizza?
Well, the hardest part was getting into that suit.
Yeah, I feel it. I understand. It's a real problem anymore. You know what the funny thing is, John? I need to wear a suit. I had to go to a couple funerals over the last couple months, and I'm like, I want to look nice, so I went to go check. I went to go put on some suit jackets, blazers. They just don't fit like they used to. What's up with that?
What's that on Saturday Night Live?
Chris Farley.
Really big man in a little coat.
Yeah, it was one of those. So, well, thanks, John, for being here and putting this on with Harding Telecom. Jeff.
Yes, sir.
That got ugly for Pleasant that first half.
It did. They just don't have anybody physical enough to post up down low, and Pleasant they shot very poorly. I think at one time I had them 2 of 12, and then I kind of lost track. And some of them haven't even been close to going in.
Right. Yeah, they are bad air balls.
Yeah.
Not like just grazing
as
the rim.
opposed to a good air ball.
Well, but it wasn't even close. Like some of them just completely missed, hit the backboard. It's just so I know they're obviously missing Booker, but
sure.
Carson King really kind of trying to fill in that void as much as he can. It kind of feels like he has to carry the team a little bit. And the Prexies will start with the ball.
He had 10 of the in fact, he had the first 10 points for Pleasant, and then Smith and Blue Ball each had a 3-pointer for Pleasant.
Yeah, if not for him, they would probably definitely be in trouble. Long can't get the putback. And Pleasant retains possession, still obviously chasing 11 from the halftime. No change there. High ball screen ignored, not used by Snively. Going back, the ball will be given to King or to Snively. Around the horn. Fake put up by Smith. Shot inside the key. Woo!
The bank is open on this Friday night.
I didn't hear Owen call it, so I don't know if it counts.
It counts.
I think it's only 1.5 points. Unfortunately, it rounds up to 2, though, still. Katie gets the ball in the mid-range.
That's going to be a tough foul on Trey.
Yeah, it's number 3.
Yeah.
And again, he can be a bull in a china shop in a little bit in some ways, and again, like the Charles Oakleys of the day, just kind of finds himself in some conflicts. Pleasant really trying to set up something to give him a good opportunity to get a nice clean shot. That defensive presence. Ooh, that could have been travel. Nothing called.
Could have been, should have been.
Yep, and that should have been out of bounds.
Spartans down 11 at halftime. I'm sure Coach Snively said, "Hey, we don't have to get them all back in the third quarter. Let's just get it down, play a little bit better basketball, and get it down to 5 or 6 going into the fourth quarter." And the Spartans really maybe the first good minute and a half or so, maybe their best minute and a half of the game so far.
Right, ball off the mark. Boston can't get the finish. You're right, and this is a little bit how the first matchup went. Harding built a surmountable lead, and it was taken down. Notice I didn't say insurmountable. And mid-range shot put up there by Blue Ball.
He's got 5, and Spartans' first 5 of the quarter.
So.
And another turnover.
And Blue Ball effort play. Finds King. King out to Snively. He wisely pulls it back. Says, hey, we got free possession here.
Spartan score here, Jamie, I think we'll call a timeout.
I would think so, too. Only up by 7. And especially if they hit a big 3 and something like that. Yeah, I agree. Almost have to set the presence again for the Prexies if that happens. Taken in by Smith. Bounced around, and Boston got it over to Long, trailing in.
A nice steal by Alex at the other end of the floor. That's a big bucket for Harding.
And even more importantly, that's a good no call by the officials. He's trying to call a charge, trying to draw a charge there, and because Marquise was kind of going in, thumping in, but just not able to sell that time. Had his feet moving, but didn't call a foul on anybody. Good officiating. King. Wow. And that's going to remain here. King kind of looking for contact, didn't get the call.
Pleasant substitutions, number 5, Latham McCants.
Trachtenberg
And number 22, Dave Trachtenberg.
and McCants into the game for the Spartans. Ball will be taken out. Finds Smith. Hand in face, recognizing he has that potential to make some threes. McCants looking offensively. Sets up right near the middle of the paint. Back out they go. Around the horn, and pocket almost picked by Long. Backside help by Thrapp is going to leave some players open. Gets back defensively to cover it. McCants goes to the right, and there's the pocket picked. Oh,
Yep. That's an intentional foul.
Yeah, that's going to be tough.
Yeah, Lathan,
Yeah.
he's just struggling a little bit tonight. A lot of turnovers.
I know Pearson's trying to. I know Pearson's trying to argue for the intentional foul, but he was not racing that far ahead.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that was a good. I mean, it was a foul, but yeah,
Correct.
It shouldn't have been an
It's a
intentional foul.
it's a common foul. But hey, man, Pearson's just trying to do his job.
Yep.
If we were in his shoes, we'd be doing the same thing, right? Long fakes, goes to the right. Man, throwing's hard off the glass, but hey, you hit that white block, it goes in.
After Spartans had cut it to 7 and had the ball, Harding now with 4 quick points.
They're back up to 11, matching the halftime lead. And, you know, if you're Long, don't chase something. Don't try and steal something. Let the steals come to you. They naturally happen. Prexies can't do any goofy fouling right now. Ooh, good no call to jump ball. Let him play. They're letting him play, Jeff. One foul piece in this quarter. Under halfway mark for sure. Skip pass. Finds McCants. There's that three we were talking about. That's the thing. It's not even a graze. You know what I mean? It's just Pleasant just not having a good night shooting the ball. That's what the summary is. You can tell they're missing Booker, their playmaker, you know. And so they're just forcing things they don't normally do. Pleasant coming out, baseline pass, have a block formation, high ball screen, set. Ball tipped by Dyer, taken by Pearson.
Oh, I think our official missed one there.
Yeah.
Pearson had it in the front court, kept it in the front court, but they're going to say that I think Dyer was still in the back court, but they're
saying he didn't maintain the possession.
I think he did.
It was a close call.
No, it wasn't.
I'm trying to make people not hate us, Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff, we were actually doing a game, man, John, what was it, like 2 years ago, where we were decrying some of the officiating, and Kearns came up and chewed us a little bit. It's like, man, I'm getting yelled at by my dad again or something, you know.
Well, as the OHSAA advertises a lot, there is a need for good officials.
Hey, the thing is, though, I do officiate sports, so I do it. I put my money where my mouth is.
It's not an easy job.
It is not an easy job.
10-point lead, 31-21, just over 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
And
kind of a low-scoring game.
It is. Ball's going to stay here. Looked like Pleasant wanted to set up in a 2-3 zone coming down that time, and see how they come out of this inbounds play off the baseline. kind of lost in action. Gave Thrapp an open three in the corner, doesn't nail it. Stokes can't give up a goofy foul here, 60 feet away from the basket. He's really having after Snively. It's almost a mismatch of you would think of size and speed, but
yeah, JT I think he's only maybe taken one at the most, 2 shots tonight.
Quick pull up by Blue Ball off the mark. Pearson rebounds, and again you can just tell they're missing. They're not in rhythm offensively, and I just don't think they've ever been able to recover. Even though the Booker injury was a month ago or so,
yeah.
Right? It's never been able to recover.
Nice assist inside from Logan to Boston.
Yeah, good fake, and then a nice bounce pass, entry pass. Again, we already mentioned we're at Delaware. Harding is at Delaware next week, and then home for Galleon Friday. That'll be the last game regular season. Jeff, as you predicted, Harding has a pretty good chance of having a home tournament game. That is TBD. Again, Harding's coming off of a good waxing win against Ontario. Pleasant coming in here, good waxing win of Centerburg from the Knox County area. And Pleasant will be at Shelby next Saturday, so they will get to see the Island of the Giants. So it does not get easier for the Spartans.
Shelby has certainly developed domination in both boys and girls.
Well, when you got
basketball
again, you got Ramsey's there.
Yep.
I mean, they are right now what Harding was with the Dyer twins. It's just both fantastic programs, and kind of speaks volumes to course program, their development, but to them, doing that together. So good for them. Snively brings it around. Smith over to McCants. And kind of seems like Pleasant's kind of running aimlessly in a motion offense, not really finding anything that they find satisfactory enough to shoot with a minute and a half left in the quarter. McCants tried to go to the left, felled him on a hip. Woo, little James Worthy scoop shot put up there off the mark. Stokes.
Owen Lowry picked the pocket there. Nice job defensively by Owen to get the steal back and a quick bucket for Pleasant.
And JT Snively hits a floater.
It's his first points of the night.
And it looks like Harding might be patient. Just kidding. Long finds himself in the 10s column for the evening. Going for point number 11. And for the season, Pleasant has been shooting 31% from 3-point, and that's not been the case. Been a rough night shooting-wise for the Spartans, and we got Landon Keller.
Yeah, they have 3 3-pointers on the night. I'm guessing they're probably put up 17, 18 3-point shots, maybe.
Not been good.
No.
And one not on the mark, and Stokes can't hold on to the ball. And we talk about the future of a program here. We got Landon Keller in here, 6'1", 10th grade guard. Some might call him a JV All-Star, but he's a heck of a basketball player, great athlete. He reminds me of a shorter version of Tyler Hansborough.
We're doing a little names dropping tonight, aren't we?
He's that stocky body. He moves well. And, I like watching him play. Whoa. A little bit of action behind the shot. Off the mark. Thrapp hits it out of bounds. 36 seconds left. Yeah, and I don't know if you've seen Keller play, but it's just that stocky, all-out body that, it's like Big T, but about a foot shorter. Ball entry. McCants doesn't see anything. Gives it to Smith. Easy pass. And looks like Pleasant's going to set it up. Down by 12. They'd love to cut this to single digits with a 3, but they'll take any made shot at this point. Cants wanes the clock, has to move with the 5 seconds. Pleasant just kind of standing around waiting for the magic number, which comes right about now. Good foul by Landon Keller. Makes him have to set it back up, which usually burns an additional 2 to 3 seconds. Good smart foul there. There it is right there, McCants. Also, smart foul again.
Of course, that's the 5th foul, so that's going to put him in the line.
I thought that was a 4th foul right there. Okay, it wasn't a smart foul.
Yeah, that one wasn't.
I thought it was a 3, and they already put it up to 4. Woe is me.
Lathan looking for his first points of the night. Still looking
still
for his first points of the night.
Yeah, I just think McCants isn't feeling, not having a good night confidence-wise as well. See how he does on this one.
Made that one.
A little bit better form there. Knees just not as bent, very flat shot, and he might be tired, who knows, he could be gassed. Long 3, nope. I know, I was like, oh! No, I could see there is long. It had a good line, but long. Folks, 35-24, President Slade will be back for 4th quarter action here at Harding High School.
So don't hesitate to schedule Harding Telecom Digital Media. Talk to your guidance counselor or see Mr. Mullins in room 201.
Back here at Harding High School, continuing with 4th quarter action. Presidents entering the court with their original starting 5. Jeff, blow by blow, 3rd quarter came and went. Ended up with the same differential as we started.
Each team with only 8 points in that 3rd quarter.
And towards the end of this season, some teams get tired, maybe the adrenaline's wearing off, whatever it is, just like you pointed out, not the highest scoring high school boys basketball game you'd expect. So, 5 seconds.
Nice job defensively by Harding. You don't see that called a lot, but Logan's Rapp with the nice job defensively there.
Well, and even better was his teammates not giving an area for him, for Smith to give the ball off to. So, Dyer saying, hey, hold on. We don't need to do anything. Pulls it back out. And I suspect we're going to see a lot of very patient offense. Marquise can't finish. Bounces out a couple times. Rebounded. McCanson. Yeah, I think Pleasant has to do something here in the next couple possessions or the fat lady is going to warm up.
Harding foul number 0, Marquise Long. That's his 2nd. Team's first of the quarter.
And King kind of wincing around. I think his quad is cramping up.
He had the first 10 points of the game. He hasn't scored since.
Right. He was a hot hand early, and I think they've decided to really shut him out. And Dyer's done a great job at that. McCants taking it into Katie. Has to give it off. Smith going in hard. Leans in. Timeout by the Spartans, 30-second timeout. So, Jeff, we'll go ahead and stay here. What is you've been around and watched some of the local teams and everything else. What's a team that you've been the most impressed with, or a player that you've been the most impressed with, guys or girls?
Well, I've seen Shelby a couple times this year, and obviously Shelby is the class of the league. River Valley, I've seen them a couple of times. They've played very well when I've seen them. They had a great game here earlier this year that literally went down to the last possession. Harding was able to win it, but River Valley, they put up 100 the other night on Highland.
Yeah, against Highland.
River Valley's a team that could do some damage. Of course, being Division II,
that changes. That's harder.
Your Division II in the Central District, that's a different ball game there.
I agree.
But River Valley's been playing very well.
Shelby's poised for a deep run. I think.
And of course, Shelby and Lexington both in Division II as well.
And you know what's going to happen.
Eventually, they may end up reaching. Yeah.
And we'll see if you know who puts it up to Shelby. And folks, if you don't know who we're talking about, look it up. Carson King, first free throw is in.
Checking in for the Spartans, number 33, Evan Sickmiller.
6'6" sophomore Evan Sickmiller into the game for Pleasant, trying to get a little height in there.
Second one off the mark. That free throw percentage not doing well again tonight. Just not good.
Yep, you said they were 78%, but struggling tonight from the line.
Yeah, just not having it their way, and shooting woes continue for the Spartans. Blue ball checks into the game. King coming out maybe to nurse that quad. Doesn't want to do any more to it. Prexy's entered the ball, trying to enter the ball anyways. Pushes it in to Boston Pearson, brings the ball low. And that's where the little people are. Trey Cady can't ring it in. Pleasant can. Smith with the board. Snively pushes over. Sickmiller gives the ball off. Snively dribbling around, kind of looking for Sickmiller, but he wasn't really paying attention. Now he ends up with the ball. Snively cuts across the baseline. And lots of long running for the Spartans. Just not able to do anything 1v1 just like that. They just don't have that athleticism to do anything against it. Wow. Cady
pleading his case.
Pleading his case, but Perry Mason's not here, so I think he kind of went into that contact initiating a lot of himself. Good ball movement by the Spartans. Nice offensive rebound, and they call a foul.
Smith missed the wide open three, but then got the ball back, drove in, and was able to draw the foul. So Cady's played, maybe 5 minutes at the most in this game, and has picked up 4 fouls.
He's a frustrating night for Cady. And I think, you hear some of the fans, you hear the Boo Birds calling, but about that foul, because they're like, how's that a foul? But Cady was initiating the contact. And that's how they're going to justify the no call. But you know what? Smith still missed it. It's basketball karma.
Got a bunch of new guys in for Pleasant.
Ringer, 6'3" sophomore into the game.
Wiley's got 5. It's one of those games you don't really feel like Harding's, in any real jeopardy, but yet they just can't really. It's been like an 8-12 point game the whole night.
They haven't quite stepped their foot down on the throat, right? And that's the thing. Pleasant, they hang around in these games. They find a way to hang around, but as the clock wanes, it doesn't look good for them. But You never know. 3-pointer off the mark. Long used that athleticism. We're going to miss that next year at Marion Harding. Long will take his time, bringing the ball down the court as the referee calls off the half-court impedation. Ball entered to Boston. Boston mid-range hook shot. Was that a hook shot?
No, just
It looked
just kind of a turnaround jumper and he missed.
looked like a Jared Solinger 15-foot hook shot.
Checking in for the Spartans, number 33, Adam Sickmiller.
Boston does tend to shoot a little bit like Jared Solinger from that right shoulder. He does that a lot. Ball entry pass. No call.
Broken up nicely by Pleasant.
Marion loves that play, setting up Marquise in the middle of the paint like that. A lot of teams run the same play. Results, same. How it gets there is different. McCants with the ball. Knocked away by Alex. Stays with him. And McCants finds his way into the books.
First field goal of the night. He's got 3. Cuts the lead to 9.
Ooh, nice block by Sickmiller. And at the game at Pleasant, I had a parent tell me this kid's really good. He's trying to find his body in the game and trying to make sense of things. Yeah, so Sickmiller will be a length force of the future, and that jump ball is going to be the President's.
Had a chance to cut it to 6 there, but missed the 3.
And got a wet ball or something.
Harding was up 4 at the end of the quarter, up 11 at halftime, and up 11 at the end of the third quarter, and up 9 now. So pretty much status quo.
Consistent, yeah, exactly. It's been consistent for sure, and you can tell here that Prexys are going to be they're going to think about what they're going to do here with the timeout, and they are going to be taking a 30-second timeout, so we'll continue to stay here. So, Jeff, what is I know you said Shelby, and you're impressed with Shelby. River Valley, of course, also. What is there have you been able to go to, like, Elgin or Ridgedale, watch any of them play?
No, I have not been able to. Just for whatever reason, I tend to do the MOAC more than Elgin and Ridgedale.
I know with the new coach at Elgin, Bill Clem, stepping aside for the boys, interested to see what they do, how they change, and what they run. So, yeah, I too have been somewhat limited in what I can do. I'm pretty busy. So
I'm not, but but for whatever reason, I tend to either hit River Valley, Pleasant, or Harding.
You don't have an excuse, Jeff. Retirement's tough. My dad always says, he's like, I'm more busy now than I was when I was working.
There's a lot of truth to that.
I don't understand that. I just don't get that logic. 5-second call there.
I am sleeping a lot more.
Is that what it is?
Though. Yes.
See, that's not what I call it busy, but yeah, I know.
Been a long time since I've set an alarm clock.
Don't rub it in, jerk.
Hardy called that timeout and then very quickly turned it over.
5-second call. So that's for Pleasant. If you're looking for a way to maybe inch back into this game, like you said, it might be right here. If you're down 9, you make a 3. Off the mark, rebound by Long. Long looks, finds numbers, 2v1. Thrap, ooh. Put up kind of a tricky finger roll. He's going to find himself shooting 2 from the line.
The line for Marion, shoots 2.
It's just been one of those games, you said even in the first quarter, it's just not a lot of flow to this game.
No, it's choppy.
Yeah.
Very choppy. And Harding just continuing to not shoot well from the free throw line either. When I saw the statistic that Harding shot 65% from the free throw line, I thought, really? It seemed a little bit high. I thought it might be 55, 60, but that's where they're shooting about tonight. Thrapp gets the second one to fall. Third point. Snively has the ball, hands it off to King.
You're down 10, less than 3 minutes to go. You pretty much have to make every offensive possession count.
Correct. It's almost the first to 40, so you got to catch on fire, and you can't let them do anything at all. That's pretty hard to do. Snively with the rebound, drawing the back of the iron, gives him that long rebound. King with the three. There you go.
So Carson, his first bucket since the first quarter.
Yeah.
It's a 7-point lead, 38-31.
Johnny on the spot, right time. Right time. Folks, we're going to take a break. Actually, we've got the cheerleaders coming on here. John, you want to keep it there for him? All right. Got a 2-for-1 special on that there, Jeff.
Yep, Kathy Swanger looking to pass out hot dogs.
Whoa.
She hasn't looked up this far, though.
When you got a board member passing out hot dogs, it's a good day. Yeah, John said, holding out for the pizza. Sometimes
Usually the pizza comes first, and then it's the hot dog.
I know.
Nice crowd tonight. Maybe they ran out of pizza.
The Mother Teresa of concessions there. So giving. Dyer gives it off to Thrapp, and Stokes finds himself into the game with Katie kind of finding himself in foul trouble, and there's a three.
You're up by 7. You don't need that shot.
So that goes exactly what into I was saying earlier. That is not his shot.
And Parker Ryden is up off the bench. I think I know who he's coming in for.
I'm just saying, Jeff, I'm not telling Pearson what to do, but if Stokes goes in and shoots a three, he's coming out immediately. Any game. That's not his shot.
Yeah.
We have enough shooters.
But and when you miss it, you're definitely coming out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Carson Kane missed a three. That would have cut it to 4, which would be the closest that Pleasant has been because Harding got out to a 7-0 lead.
Well, a bad shot on one end usually results in a good on the other.
Yeah.
So Prexy's dodged a bullet, double team coming, and clearly Pearson wanted ball handlers into the game. Nice give and go, finds to Long.
Big bucket right there.
Yep. A little bucket of water put out a little bit of fire. Sickmiller, long skip pass. 3 off the mark. Rebound by Dyer. Dyer finding himself covered by ends. Dribbles out of it. Finds Long. And they'll take the 2 points.
That will do it.
16 points, I believe, tonight for Dyer, or for a Long.
Back to an 11-point lead.
And apparently no one wanted to guard Carson King.
Yeah, you don't want to commit a foul there and commit the 3-point play.
So with 1 minute left, Harding up by 9. Still not 2 free throws yet. Again, if you have not been watching much high school basketball this year, 5 fouls every quarter. It's 2 shots. The 7 fouls and a half, 1 and 1, 10 fouls double bonus went away. Long baseball pass. Ooh. Good move by Dyer. Just dribbling it out. Oh, just dribble out. No, just dribble. Oh, my goodness gracious, Jeff. Driving me nuts, and I'm not even a coach.
strong move to the basket. Boston puts it up, and Harding will call a timeout. Harding up 11 with
I think
41.4 seconds
I think
to go.
Pearson just wanted the 10 points. Folks, we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back for the rest of the game's action.
The U.S. Army Junior Reserve Officers Training Corps is one of the largest character development and citizenship programs for youth in the world. Their mission is to promote character and leadership development focused on developing self-confidence, discipline, citizenship, leadership skills, and a sense of responsibility within the individual cadet. Throughout this course, cadets will focus on developing citizenship and patriotism. They will develop self-reliance and responsiveness to all authority, improving the ability to communicate well both orally and in writing. They will develop an appreciation of the importance of physical fitness. They will increase...
And we're back here for the remainder of the game. Under 1 minute to go. Harding with the 11-point lead. And as Jeff, you said, somewhere out there is a fat woman starting to sing. And seemed like the shooting woes was really the nail in the coffin for Pleasant tonight. Just not able to find a good stroke.
Not at all.
Harding had their own little bit of shooting woes, but wow.
That is his third three of the night.
Not surprised at that 27.5 seconds left, and he's been the main source of offense. And it looks like it seemed like Pleasant just, of course, missing Booker, but they did not have the one-on-one athleticism to create their own buckets, create their own opportunities, and just mismatches all over the floor.
Yeah, Harding they were much more physical down in that low post area.
So, again, big week coming up for the Prexies. As Jeff and I said, the measuring stick game of Delaware Hayes. And have you been able to see Hayes?
Have not, no.
Oh. My friend John Godfrey, he's seen them, and they're good. They're good. They're the real deal. I remember a couple years ago they came here, and it was like, oh, that I can see some stuff happening here. So,
the nice thing about Harding, though, is that they had that 3-game trip to Florida. They played at Ohio Dominican. They really kind of stepped up their schedule this year.
Yes.
To prepare them for the tournament.
Right, because you're playing big boy ball, especially Central District.
Yeah.
Beating up on local small D1 schools, that's not going to cut it.
Quick foul on Pleasant.
Yeah, Pleasant trying to extend the game, and you got to think if Presidents make both these and the Spartans go down and miss, they probably won't foul again. They'll just raise the flag, throw the towel, cry uncle. What other idiom do you want? First one up by Thrapp. Gets the shooter's roll.
They sure did, yeah. The whole game has been right in that 7 to 12-point range. I think Pleasant cut it to 6. That's as close as they've had it the whole game.
And Pleasant trying to get very aggressive defensively. Gave Prexies some opportunities for easy points. And
wow. JT with the 3.
Problem is you're swapping 3 for 2 too late.
Yep. Pleasant is not going quietly.
Nope.
They've cut it to 6.
But this is good. This is good for the Presidents, making them work. You are facing a little bit of adversity, having to make sure you seal the game off. And indeed, Pleasant's making them work. So good for them. Way to stay with it. They haven't given up.
Yep, I believe that's their last timeout.
Correct. Yeah, and I'm looking down at Lynn Hecker, and she's signaling the same thing.
Wonder how many games she's done in her career.
More than you think?
Yeah.
You think so?
I think so.
I would actually be interesting. John, I think you need to have Lynn Hecker and Jeff here come in sometime and just talk about their experiences, what they've seen. That'd be a good coach's corner. It's a lot of experience and knowledge, and you can't get that experience and knowledge unless you're Jeff. You're retired. Thanks, Jeff, for jumping on here. I know you were Johnny on spot minute man. We appreciate it.
Well, I'll probably be here next Friday.
Well, I got my buddy. He's going to be here. He used to coach a guy, and so he's going to offer his unbiased viewpoint of broadcasting.
Well, if you need somebody, I should be here.
Well, like Axl Rose said, don't you know that you need somebody, and you're not the only one. Right, John?
Ooh, a reference to Axl Rose tonight.
Nothing lasts forever, John, in the cold November rain. Funny story about that song. A friend of mine, when he was in high school in the early 90s, he had to write a poem for English, and he wrote down the lyrics for November Rain and turned it in, and his English teacher said it was one of the best pieces of poetry she'd ever read before. John, you're not an Axl Rose fan. And stumbling, bumbling, King shoots a three. Rebound by Pearson, and that's going to be the ball game. 47-39, Harding. And no points. Giant paper airplane enters the floor. It's a great atmosphere. 47-39, Presidents. Jeff, last comments, thoughts?
Just, Harding didn't play their best game, probably didn't play one of their better games of the year, but they had enough to beat Pleasant, who certainly without Trey Booker really struggled. And, shooting percentage, Pleasant just, at times they couldn't hit the broadside of the barn. And, a lot of that, I think, good defense by Harding, but Pleasant just had a really cold shooting night tonight.
Just out of sync, out of order, and the Presidents were able to take advantage of that. Again, Pleasant will be going to Shelby next Saturday. Harding goes to Delaware, and then Guyan on Friday. Folks, come on out here. You only got a couple more opportunities to check these kids out and the opportunity for them to show off their skills and abilities. Thanks for having us wherever you're listening or watching, whether it be home, bathroom, kitchen, wherever it is, car. We appreciate it, and thank you for having us with you. And as always, go Prexies.